Can you take us back to what your day-to-day was like before you had your hip done?
I would struggle to walk down to the sea for my favourite hobby, which is cold water swimming. And then I found I just couldn't get dressed quickly enough. So I just couldn't go anymore, which was really upsetting. And my other hobby, walking, I just wasn't getting anywhere. So it was a struggle, and getting up and down the stairs was 1 foot at a time. It's really not like me at all. And using a walking stick, when your grandchildren borrow your walking stick, you think, this is a good look. I'm much more into playing with the children and doing stuff with them. I'm on the go all the time, never stop. So it was really hard to be in that much pain and not quite seeing an end to that, because the waiting list was so long, and all I got to see was the x-ray people. That's it. That's as far as I got.
Wow. And how long did that take you to get to that point?
The x-ray point was almost a week. Just a week, really. That was quite quick. Then after that, physio was months down the waiting list. I went to inquire several times, 20 weeks, and I still never got seen at all. I thought, right, what am I going to do now? I kept on asking the surgery, am I going to see anybody? No, waiting list is too long. Meanwhile, I was getting far worse than that. In January, I was in such pain. I thought, right, I cannot go on like this. And I booked a holiday to Bali. The dream of a holiday was for a wedding, and I thought, yeah, I need to be done. And my friend said, oh, do you know you need 3 months at least before you go to Bali because you've got long haul flight? I said, no, I didn't know that. So then it was a case of getting more urgent to get it done. But I Googled places, and Transform rang me up. And this call from Glasgow. Oh, who do I know in Glasgow? Nobody. And this lovely lady on the end of the phone said, oh, I hear you're interested in having a hip done, da-di-da. How far have you got? And, well, she said, we can offer this service nearby you. So I thought, oh, that's a good idea. So I went along for another appointment, and they could fit me in fairly quickly. And the surgeon said, you actually need about 6 months, really. I'd be happier for 6 months for the risk of thrombosis. So I thought, time is not on my side. I'll get it done ASAP. So that's what I did. And I haven't looked back. So Transform was a really, really good option, and it was local. And as you know, if you have anything done local, if there's any problem, you can go down the road and have a checkup, can't you? So it was really a no-brainer there.
Were you nervous going into it, and was there anything in particular, other than obviously, as you say, being local, was there anything else that sort of helped settle that going with Transform?
Mostly the locality, really, and being near, if anything went wrong. Not that it would, because I've had another hip done before. And I was just looking forward to being able to walk properly and do what I want to do, get back in the sea and back on the paddleboard and things like that. Just want to be out walking about, and they seem to offer that option without any doubt. I didn't have these things on my legs last time. They put things on your legs for the blood pressure or whatever it's the DVT. So that was like the blood pressure cuff.
Yeah.
Those on your legs with some white wrapping on. Right. And every 15 minutes or so, they were pumping your legs. That was a big improvement after I didn't have that before, which negated the need to have those lovely white stockings. And absolute pain. So there was none of that, so I didn't have to have that. But I was up that evening after I'd been operated on, as you know, and then the next day walking around, and then as soon as I saw the doctor in the morning, so Rory, you haven't done the stairs yet. So physios came in, I was doing the stairs, right, you can go home now. So 2 days later, I was home. So that was so you improve better when you're home. And I had an excellent nurse, my husband, looking after me and feeding me, and so it all worked out really well. Yeah, so the surgery itself, no issue with that, no problem. The nurses were great. It's a lovely hospital, yeah.
When you talk about the physio, was that Tyler?
Oh, he's online.
He's the online one that you
just my online physio.
Okay.
So I've had
Because he's lovely,
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah, I'm a sweetheart. Yeah, I've had my hip is just a little bit stiffer than last time. Remember last time. So I've asked him for more advice and further exercises. So they've been coming through, no problem at all. So that side of it, backup is there. It's brilliant. Yeah.
When did you first notice that sort of something has changed, a sort of moment of, oh, this is definitely different, as in getting better? I think you said something about going to a dance thing, or...
I've been dancing at the weekend.
That was it?
Yes, we're dancing all weekend, so I'm a bit stiff after that. Four nights of dancing.
When did you notice that first off after the surgery? How long do you think it took for you to feel like, oh, I feel like I could go and do that walk again or do that dance, or...
About 8 weeks I was itching to get out. Really itching to get out. I've been to 2 dances since, and I'm going back onto the ballroom next weekend.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Yeah. How many weeks are you post-op now?
12. Well, no, I was 13 with 12. It's it now.
What do you think was harder than you expected? And what do you think was easier than you expected with the surgery this time around?
Easier because it was quite local and I wasn't in hospital long. So that can be a bit tedious. Yeah, and boring. But this time, well, I had the anticoagulant injections this time I didn't have last time. But within a week I was like on my crutches walking about, which I would not, that was me anyway. I'd be doing little bits at a time. My incentive is always get to that water. So that I'm a bit stiffer this time, but then I'm 10 years older. So in all, then my grandchildren call me Bionic Nana, Robo Nana. So it's been a little bit harder this time, I can't lie, but everything's going as expected. Yeah, it really is.
Did you feel supported during recovery from Transform, sort of who you could turn to if you needed some help?
Yes, there was I was tied with the physio, and I had an issue with one of the injections, and another lady called Sarah was on the phone to me to contact me so I could get another couple of injections. That was fine. So to bring them up, that was absolutely fine. I felt I could ask them anything really. I'm 13 weeks post-op now, and getting about without any aids whatsoever, up and down stairs, and walking around, walking the seafront, and I have been back in the water. And as we do when we get back, anyone's been away for a while, they sing to you and celebrate, so they go form a lovely circle, they do the hokey cokey, sing to you, got their own little song on the beach. So getting back into the water is absolutely brilliant. Being able to walk down to the sea and back and get dressed myself and into the water was fabulous. And I've also been to a whole weekend dancing, 60s dancing. I was up on the floor most of the time, not resting at all. I'm absolutely loving it now, loving it being back to normal.
Love that. So today we're going to have a walk down to the beach. Can you just tell us a little bit about how long it was taking you?
Okay, when I first moved here, we took 7 minutes to walk down to the sea. 7 minutes. But we were 30 years old, younger then. So that was, we always nicknamed the rock 7 Minute Rock. And that's always, where are you? We're at 7 Minute Rock. So that was 7 minutes then. And when I was poorly, with my bad hip, it used to take me about 20 minutes. And it was slow, really slow. But I've improved on that now.
Perfect. Amazing. What does it feel like to have that back?
I can't describe it. It's just living. That movement and getting out is just my life, really. I couldn't be cooped up inside. I was like a caged tiger, sitting there doing my knitting and crochet. I want to get out. I want to get out. Even in the rain, where I thought, no, I'm going to do that. I'm going to walk to the bottom of the drive, and then I'm going to walk to the sea. Are you sure you're going to do this? Yes, I am. So I did. With my husband's support, with sticks, I was fine walking down the sea slowly, and gradually built that up, and that was my physio as well. So that was getting back to normal life is fantastic.
Good. What would you say to someone who's putting off doing something about their hip pain or their need for a hip replacement right now?
It's no question about it. Your quality of life is more important than anything else. I know a lot of people are strapped for cash, but it's quality of life, and you can't take your money with you. And my life is much more important living it and being out and active on fresh air, in the water and with my grandchildren and in the motorhome. I love it.
If you had to describe the difference in your life between before and after in one sentence, how would you describe it?
From miserable and painful to great, fantastic, enjoying life. Really am. Transformed, came to the rescue.
So you mentioned that when you first moved here, it took you about 7 minutes to walk to the beach. And before your hip operation, it was about 20. So I was wondering if we could record us walking to the beach today and see how long it takes us.
Oh, that sounds a good idea.
Yeah.
But 7 minutes was when I was a lot younger.
Yeah.
30 years ago, but
Yeah.
we'll see how good. Yeah.
We'll get to.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we've made it to the beach.
We have indeed.
8 minutes 37.
You're joking.
That is
Wow.
over half what you were doing before the hip hop.
I was 20 before.
Oh my god, this is so beautiful. I can see why you wanted to get back to this. What is your favourite part about sort of coming down here and being by the sea?
Oh, it puts life into perspective. The waves come in and day out, no matter what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just so peaceful and calming. It's my life. Love living by the sea and walking to it. It's icing on the cake.
Is this where you swim to?
No, I swim further over there.
Okay.
Round point over there. That's where I swim over there.
Okay.
It tends to be calmer over there.
Okay.
So it's...
And do you do your paddleboarding there as well?
Yes, I've done paddleboarding there as well, yes. Oh, it's a fantastic place to live, and just being out and able to get out and about is what my life is about, really.
Yeah.
So,
how happy are you that we managed to get that time down from 20 minutes down to sort of maximum 9 minutes?
it's unbelievable, really. Just, I mean, I'm a bit older than I was when I first did it at 7 minutes, but having a hip replacement and 3 months down the road,
Yeah.
it just shows how the Transform really helped me.
Yeah.
Helped me, a big deal, yeah.